Hi, welcome to Thoughtful Thursdays. And as you know, much of these Thoughtful Thursdays are born out of interesting conversations with friends. They say something and it stirs up a thought in my mind and sets me thinking. And this is got to do with travel. Because every person that I talk to has been talking about travel and has only one question. Is it safe? And and the kind of expression, is it safe? How are you traveling? What happened? How will it all happen? But for me, because if you watch my last two episodes of Thoughtful Thursday, paradox mindset is my new thing to adopt to live my life during the pandemic. And I'm saying that if I have to travel, can I redefine the way I used to travel, because it has given me time to think about it. I don't have to do it the same way that I used to do earlier. I had this classic thing. I used to go for a 20-day holiday. Europe used to be the destination. And it was like a program. I think this has given me a time to pause and rethink the way I want to travel. First thing, do I really want to get out of Bombay all the time? Do I need to have like a 10-day holiday? Maybe not. Maybe I just need these 2-day breaks, as some people have been calling it a staycation. But the thought is, it will get us to explore other places that we have not been to before. And a dear friend of mine was saying that a bunch of people that she knows have been identifying these lovely bungalows, out of the way locations where they can spend time, be with their family, in the lap of nature. So I think that's leading to a different kind of exploration. But for me, what was important is that, is there a way to wrap your mind around this travel? And for me, I was a big one on TripAdvisor, right? Reviewing, checking out all the reviews. So there is a known fact that just planning a trip, in fact, a 2014 Cornell study said just planning a trip, the anticipation of a trip leads to so much positivity. And I did just that. I spent time on Airbnb, TripAdvisor. I saved the different locations. I was almost transported to those places. And I think from a psychological perspective, those who are not traveling, planning a trip is very, very important. Just the act of doing it. I think I advise everybody to do it if you're not going in the near future to any exotic locations. The second thing is a Norwegian concept which talks about getting outdoor. And getting outdoor doesn't mean that you have to go, always you need to go to these exotic locations. They're just saying that maybe the magic is in finding a restaurant which is very open air, very different. I think Soho House used to be that, right? In a way, an attempt to have a very different kind of an environment. But can we look for those kind of places where we can find the magic and not necessarily stay indoors? Remember, the whole idea about travel is not a holiday. The idea of travel is movement, getting outside, getting some sunshine. And I think this redefines the way we look at travel. That is my second thought. The third thought, which I think are trends in the travel industry, which will become very, very important. What are the kind of hotels that you're going to choose? For me, sustainability is a very, very important thought. So are we going to look at more green hotels, certified green hotels? Are we going to go to places that, even from a tourist perspective, carbon footprint, or, countries that are talking about fly-free days where, there are certain days where they're looking at the whole nature, environment, giving that kind of importance. That is one important trend that I see. And the second important trend that I see with people is the whole inclusivity. I remember social media was all about hashtag inclusivity, Black Lives Matter. But I think inclusivity as a thought is going to become very big in travel. And there was a webinar or a study that was done by Booking.com where they actually made sure that the transgender and LGBTQ community travels very, very easily. So when they go to a place, They're not asked weird questions. What happens to people who are differently abled? Blind people. They too also want to experience travel. How is that going to be possible? I read an example of people with plus size and they want to go scuba diving. Initially, they will be very apprehensive of all of this. I think the very nature of travel is going to change. It's going to be very more intentional. We will think better when we travel and we'll find more creative solutions. And I'm very excited about it because for me, travel is going to be a lot more thought and also exploring places around me. If you like what I'm saying and you want to discuss this and you want to travel with me and talk about it, I would love it.